All right. So you have any
Yeah, we
idea
go
how you
out
want to
and
go
then-
and hunt down
well,
these thugs?
Why don't we investigate or question some of the local merchants around him and see if
just
they
do
saw
some
anything
gather
happen?
information
Yeah,
thingy.
so
Okay.
I guess we like split up a bit and do that ditch on.
That would work.
I asked like Valerion to come with me because
Of course. Wait,
Don't
are you
go
blind
alone.
now or not?
yeah.
Okay.
So like I probably like take your arm and like you walk me around, and then I ask people with my
He's not blind anymore all of a sudden.
yeah. It could happen, you know.
No.
Never know.
Alright. Sorry.
D&D.
Yeah, like, okay, I lead you around. I'm just disinterestedly, like, looking around, like, who
Yeah.
looks shady, but I feel like a bit lost, I'm, like, home at the Great Step
I guess you
with
just
mercenaries
describe
and
stuff to
stuff
me
like
and
it's...
you describe stuff to me and tell you where to go.
Yeah. There are lots of people.
Perfect.
They're molding something. It smells strange.
It's very interesting. Gather information +5. 16.
Oh!
All right. So with that 16, where Pashar's shop is located is in one of the poorer neighborhoods in the area, and most of the people around here they look like thugs. If they're not merchants or day laborers, they look like street trash. However, of course, street trash just doesn't hang out on the street. They have some place they like to go, somewhere they like to be, and that place is a small tavern in one of the nearby neighborhoods called, and it's all in Kalashite, but we can assume for the sake of the game that you all can translate it pretty quickly. Does anyone, by the way, speak Kalashite?
I speak Celestial.
Yeah,
All right, it's good. Doesn't help here, but that's good.
No, I don't.
No one does.
I don't think I do. I'm trying to find my language.
I guess, I mean,
Nope.
is it like,
I can speak Draconic. Is he any kind of
Yeah, I was
spellcaster
thinking-
that we could speak Draconic with one another?
I didn't really like think a lot about language, like,
Just add it then. If you always wanted to go there.
I mean, is
Alright.
it something like popular? I guess I could have it. I mean, I've got like
Yeah.
15 int.
Yeah, Kalashite's a really common language,
Okay, then I will take it.
especially among
Well,
merchants.
and I mean, what is Kalashite derived from? Because a lot of the languages like come from other languages, and you may still be able to understand parts and bits of it.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Celestial.
Oh, okay.
Kalashai is a mix of
Sky.
Celestial and Draconic.
Nice! You can puzzle it together.
Yeah, I guess I just. So then I speak it. All of a
All
sudden.
right. Now we've got that ironed out. Yeah, you find out that there's a nearby tavern called the Master's Mark. I got the little note of the name down here, and it's a tavern for, strangely enough, a very specific kind of clientele. In Kalasham, slaves are very common, and the Master's Mark is a tavern that deals very specifically with those in permanent servitude. So any slave that might have a day of rest, things like that, they can come to the Master's Mark and drink, have some fun, play a game of dice or two, and then before returning to work. And it draws a lot of the street life to it.
Yeah, I guess I'm. Should we go there alone or we should get the other two? I guess this would be safer.
I agree. We said like we meet up at a certain point, right? So after like an hour or
Yeah,
two,
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
just to get some first.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a search for information, all that fun stuff, just to see if there's anything out
Okay, you want to
with
roll
my
for me?
little endeavors.
Oh yeah, can you like gather information? Can you use that untrained? Is it int?
It's
No, it's charisma.
Oh, no. Look at that.
So I actually don't know that I'm going
Nope.
to do so good on
I
that.
really just look around. This is a tannery. Over there is a shoemaker.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Obvious.
When you go talking around, you find out, especially talking to the neighbors, that there have been some low life coming over. It seems to be the same 4 or 5 guys every couple of days that go into Pashars kind of rough them up a bit. And from the look of them, their clothing, the way they carry themselves, they look like either servants or most likely slaves from the kind of outfits they're wearing.
Okay.
Why would slaves rough him up? It's because the master ordered it. Well, then let's find out who's their master.
To the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that to the other line. We should go to this tavern. Probably might learn.
And did we get any name?
Any name of the people?
Yeah.
No, it's just a tavern.
No.
No, like about these ruffians, maybe like one called the other one. I don't know how we heard about them, but yeah.
Nah, people don't tend to pay much attention to street trash, especially when they start roughing up merchants. They try to just stay out of it.
I assume like this slave tavern is like that because slaves are like welcome, right? And normal people don't go there. It's just like. But are you allowed to go there, or is it like really slaves only?
Depending on who you are, they serve a wide range of people.
Well, let's see.
All right, so you want to head on over to the Master's Mark?
We could go undercover.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess.
Somebody pretend to be a slave or something.
Yeah, I can be a gladiator.
Yeah, just
I'm
try
afraid,
to be...
guys, I'm gonna stay outside for this one.
I eye you suspiciously.
Hi, you're like the most suspicious of us. You don't even have to go undercover to be undercover. Perfect.
A little chuckle from Valerion for that one.
And Valerion tries to be a bit less,
What?
super... Never mind.
I look sternly.
You'll do fine. You'll blend in.
I will, trust me. I'm a master of disguise.
So what's the plan? We're here to sell this slave? But what? Why? No.
We should probably just do recon first, shouldn't we? We don't know if anybody in there was involved. We don't know really much about the place, if they even went there. So
That's
why don't
true.
we just kind of station ourselves around the place and just listen?
I
pay
assume
attention
we
to
are like a
conversation?
bit like in front of it, right? A couple dozen meters away, like looking at its front door. Is it like guarded or something? How late is it in the day, by the way?
It's getting on towards the afternoon now, and the Master's Mark is a very, very dingy kind of dive bar from what it looks like very low squat to the ground. The stone facing it has seen some kind of scorch marks. There's a lot of damage to it, but it's standing, and it looks like it has a fair amount of business of people wandering in and out.
I take my helmet off and wipe off the sweat off my forehead. Like, goddamn heat. Oh, I'm sorry, too.
Do you know the description of these guys we're looking for? Or is it just like they're slaves and they roughed up our guy?
One of them particularly, he kind of stood out from the rest. He had a very well-shaped head.
Well-shaped head?
Yeah. So, I mean, you didn't see stubble.
Stunning.
There wasn't, like patches where the hair was coming in. Like, it was very well-cut hair.
I could see your
Oh,
reflection.
you said, well-shaped.
Polished.
I thought you said well-shaped.
It's like a
Yeah,
mirror.
like a well.
It's very well-rounded.
Yeah, so
Okay.
do we all want to go there, or...
I will stand at the in front and see if anyone like that comes in or out.
What about you,
I'll go.
Garzhvog?
I'll go in. I mean, this is predominantly a human city, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you do see plenty of other races wandering around, either traveling there for the goods and the entertainment, or just being a native there. Yeah.
Do you also want to be a slave?
Yeah, I can go in as a slave. I don't care. I mean, I'll go in just as, as a giant-ass orc. It may act as a deterrent to anybody trying to pick a fight.
That could work. All right, so how are you all going to disguise yourselves?
Well, Garzhvog already wears like a cloak. It's nothing like special.
So we have two slaves, and I'll play the slave master. That sounds great.
Like, I look at the blind slave master up and down, like, I have my doubts, but
Silence,
good work.
slave.
Yeah. How did this happen?
Alright, I have like my kite shield on the back and like my long sword by my side, a dagger in my belt, otherwise my armor, and I just look like a gladiator.
I'm rich and powerful. Let's go.
I try to
Alright.
hide my back with gold a little bit under my armor, so it's not too freaking obvious. And I also eye Fate suspiciously while I do that. And then I walk towards the Master's Mark with bold stride, afraid of nothing.
All right, so going right in through the front doors. It's very poorly lit inside. There's just candles scattered on all the tables throughout the room. And it's a very smoky room. You see several men scattered about here and there, either drinking or gambling a little bit. And at the very back of the room, there's a bar. Behind it looks to be some kind of half-orc, maybe a little bit more bred out on the human side. And he's just minding his own business and cleaning out the cups.
Is it empty or like several people there? Or did I miss that?
It's 4 or 5 people. A couple of them are sitting together.
Like I look at our other two. Does any of these meet our description?
As a bald man? No.
So, because I can't see anything, I just walk in. And I'm like, I want to see a manager.
All right. With you all walking in, the place with the little noise there was kind of dies down. These men sitting around the table, they're very dingy, run down. Most of them are wearing just breechcloths. A couple of them are wearing tunics and everything. But with your armor and just general attire and demeanor, you certainly don't fit in with this crowd.
Yeah, I just said that, then I wait for like someone to come.
Like I whisper, like just over my shoulder back to you, like, no one seems to move.
Bedtime.
After a rather awkward moment, what looks like the bartender in the back, that slightly half-orc man, looks up from his cup and goes, "Can I help you?"
Oh, yes. I approach. I have some slave here. I'm either looking to sell them or to find work for them. Is this the right place?
Find work. Well,
Yeah.
I think you've come to the wrong place for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at
Just
her.
a
She
watering
doesn't have
hole.
any eyes. She can't see. That can happen.
I am slave.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah.
who?
He looks very confused. He goes, "Yeah, this is just a watering hole. I mean, if you want a drink, I can get you a drink, but you know." And he kind of gestures to, is it Fate that's pretending to be the slave master here?
No, it's Inza.
No, it's
Inza.
Inza.
He gestures to Inza and goes, "But I'm pretty sure there'd be other places for someone like you to find a drink.
What do you mean, someone like me?
Something a little bit more higher class. Not most of the masters don't come into the Master's Mark."
I've been told that this was the place.
Really? Who told you that?
I think they would prefer to stay anonymous.
I like look at Garzhvog and roll my eyes, but so that the barkeeper can't see. Like, oh, fuck.
Well, Well, maybe there is something for you. And he leans a little bit forward and goes, "It depends if you'd be willing to grease the passage."
What?
What?
So he
do
put
you
out like a
mean?
hand and he kind of like rubs his palm a little bit.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But I'm blind, so I can't see. So.
I like step forward, lean over, like a shoulder, like he wants you to put some money in his hand. Then I step back.
I'm here to make money, not give you money.
Well, he's
Yes,
gonna spend a
sir.
little bit of money to make some money. This would be
I give him like 4 gold.
4 gold. Yeah, his eyes really light up when that gold hits his palm, and he goes, "Okay." And right before he puts his hand away, you can see, well, those of you that actually can see, on his wrist of the outstretched hand is this symbol here, tattooed. You want to look over to the right.
I don't see the symbol.
It's a 2 with like circles in the snurkles, or how you call it. All right.
Did you say the circles and the snurkles?
Yeah, it's
Something like
circles
that.
and the Snurkle. I can't see it, but I'll take you guys' word for it. For whatever reason, my screen is black.
Like the whole screen?
Yeah. It's not at the notes page anymore.
What?
Your monitor is off, my friend. You have to turn it on.
For those of you listening at home, it does look like a 2 with little circles inside the. So I suppose it's like the inside curves.
Yeah.
But that's been tattooed on his wrist.
Hang on, let me turn my my monitor back on. There we go. All right.
Good job.
Excellent.
Very cool. All right.
Alright, I memorized that symbol, and then I listen, barkeeper. I'm not sure, but like a friend of mine, a bold one, usually drinks here. Have you seen him lately?
I think I know who you're talking about. Listen, if you're looking to make a little bit of money or find that friend of yours, they're probably downstairs, and he gestures as he nods his head towards a door at the back of the room.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, I'm
Can we
assuming
just
you all
pay
want.
4 gold for like nothing? Oh,
Well, our bard likes to spend money. That's fine with me.
Maybe I would not have told you that. For
No,
It
that was our
wasn't for the full
buy-in
gold?
to the group.
yeah.
I don't know. It's okay.
Wait, our gambler is like
Invest.
outside. Fantastic.
A gambler?
And you're like as a rogue, can't you like freaking gamble?
What does that mean? Why am I a gambler?
I don't
Why
know,
are you
you're-
making stuff up about
It's
me?
an addict.
Go away, you celestial being.
I just saw and thank you and like stop walking like.
I cast a daylight in Fate's face, and then I also walk down.
I guess I asked like this way and then Valerion direct me to the.
Yeah, follow me. Like we go down into this dirty little casino in the bottom.
I guess once we're like out of here, I'm like, what's the plan?
Well, can you play cards? Or roll the dice, or whatever you do down here?
We can try, but
All right, like I step down towards the door. Is there like a bounce or anything like that?
Not on the outside of the door, but when you slip in behind it, it's a very dirty passage that leads down, looking to some kind of cellar or basement. And just inside the door, there's looks like some kind of barmaid, very slight little thin girl, and she has a little ledger book with her.
I look for the tattoo on the forearm, or what it was.
And it's the same mark. When you all start trailing in, she pipes up really quick before you walk past her and goes, "So can I get your sign?"
Of course, we show her our sign.
What?
Which isn't there.
Didn't we like get a sign by the guy who told us to go down?
No, and what she's asking for is a tattoo.
Tell her we're new. We like literally just got here. We haven't
we
gotten our
got
tattoo
directed
yet.
it by the.
Barkeeper. He told
bar-
us we
yes.
can
When
gamble
you're
and
here.
find a friend here.
She looks a little bit confused and goes, okay, can I get a name then?"
Sure. Wait. I'm Iron, and those two fellas are Cliff and Magdalena.
All right, so she jots down Iron,
Shake my leg.
Cliff.
I try
and-
not to shake my head. You probably still shake a bit.
All right. So once she got that down, she just kind of gestured down the stairs and goes, "Have a pleasant evening."
Thank you. What was your name, girl?
Oh, my name's not important. I'm just the bookkeeper. And then she just
Thank
gestures
you,
on down the
bookkeeper.
stairs.
All right. We'll enter the
Stop
shady.
thanking everyone.
I'm a servant of Tyr. So a job well done, I think.
All right.
Okay.
So we're actually going to jump to a different page really quick.
Oh, that's not good.
Ta-da.
Also, everyone, please make sure to add your health bars on the token.
All right. So when you get down to the basement, the hallway is initially about 10 feet wide, runs for a little ways, and it looks like that it makes a slight turn. And all along this hallway are small doorways to other rooms. And once you get down here, there's actually significantly more noise than the upstairs room. You hear a lot of laughing, a lot of yelling, quite a lot of drunken rabble, more or less.
I asked like Valerion and like Garzhvog, like what is there a lot of
Wait, can we see it? We just hear the stuff, right? Or
Mhm.
do we already full vision?
You all. Oh, sorry. I'm assuming you're.
I mean, I guess I
Tokens
said
don't
that
have
when
vision.
going down, so
Yeah, that's correct. We are blind as tokens.
Oops,
Oh,
Let me adjust that really
no,
quick.
we just see doors at the moment.
I don't see anything.
Hang on, I'm
at the
going through and
moment.
giving
Yeah, me neither.
I
But
really
did we
ought
really
to-
climb down a ladder, like not stairs?
I mean, that's the best stairs I could find for the moment.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, I was like helping our blind Inza to get down the stairs, and one after another, 4 more to go. Very good, girl. Very good.
All right, I think everyone should be able to
Oh,
see
there we
now.
go.
Like you probably realize, Valerion, that I'm like I let you help me a lot, but I probably don't need it that much.
All right. Well, I have high wisdom. I would notice that.
Yeah, you
Wait,
probably
actually,
would
like
notice,
Fate is
but-
with us now. Like, I guess someone.
No, I'm not.
No, so let
Unless
me go
someone
and
want to.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
guess like someone.
you
brought
probably
him in
would
randomly.
notice, but you're probably like
No,
polite
shit, but we
anyway.
didn't. Yeah,
so...
we can't backpedal that. Does anyone have telepathy to call him? Message or something like that?
No.
Like
We're
I
not
look
gonna
in
get
the
into
room.
a fight just because the
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I mean, you know, for the
Yeah.
gambling, I'll I take a 5-foot step.
I ask you. I mean, at first. Yeah, well, let's wait for our DM to do the map.
Oh,
So can ask question. I mean, we can do gambling.
hold on a second. So, what do you want to do?
Well, I ask. So as soon as we like go in, I still black for me. As soon as we go in, I ask Valerion and Garzhvog like if there's gambling going on, like when we enter, and then I ask them what kind, like is it dice, cards. Or...
I don't see anything at the moment. I just see a hallway with doors.
Well, I guess we go to the first door.
all right. I have my longsword still sheathed, but yeah, I opened the first door.
Like when there's the
Alright.
most noise, I would just go toward
Let's
the
see that
noise.
work.
Ooh, there are fat guys sitting around tables.
Oh, they're really fat.
Oddly enough, Roll20 does not have very good villager tokens.
They look like a romance,
I
fat
tap on
romance.
Valerion's shoulder like, come on, go in. Come on.
Just more fat guys.
So in this small and dingy room, even darker and mustier than the one upstairs, there's 5 men sitting at assorted tables. A couple of them are rolling dice with each other. One of them's just sitting in the back, kind of watching the games, having a drink. They don't really seem to notice you coming in. And it looks like they're not even gambling for money, just like little tokens on the table.
I mean, I ask anyway, like I ask Valerion, I'm like, what do you see?
There are several villagers. They didn't notice us yet. They're drinking. Gambling, I assume. Like, wait, are they gambling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I notice our bald fella?
No, you don't see a bald man in this room.
No bald man here. Let me check the next room. I'll start to go through the rooms, like open the doors, look always into these little gambling dens.
Mm-hmm.
I just go like down the hallway, like left to right.
All right, and as you go down these smaller rooms that you start coming across, it looks to just be some kind of long table, so more of like a private party room. The first two go to are empty. The third one, if you want to keep moving your token down, has two men sitting at. They look a little upset at being interrupted while they're having a little bit of a private conversation. But no
one among them?
Nope. And then the second to last doorway.
Valerion.
I see a bald one. No, I don't excuse. Like when I'm on a mission, like I can sense that we're getting closer.
You can
Like
sense
how
the
is his
baldness.
haircut?
You can sense haircuts.
Yeah, in this room, it's another one of the
Class
small,
skill.
dingy lit rooms. Just a small, just one long table for the room. And in this room, there's 4 men, 2 on either side, and the one furthest into the room is the bald one that you're looking for. At least you can assume that.
All right. Okay.
While they plan out what they want to do, how crowded is it outside?
Outside, there's very little people on the streets right now.
That sucks. So it's afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm. Getting toward the evening.
Can you let me know if anyone with a bit more wealth passes by?
Sure, we'll keep that in check. I'm assuming you're going to want to lighten the load a bit.
Session 3, the city is poor.
Session 4, we're like...
GDP goes down by 25%.
Fate builds a couple palaces.
This
on the
guy.
outskirts.
Alright, so just like the other 2 men, these 4 look a little bit upset at being interrupted during their conversation. Looks like they're having a small private drinking session. When you do open the door, I'm assuming, are you going to shut it right away?
No.
No?
No. I'll take the few. And are they armed?
It looks like they have those small daggers at their side, but apart from that, no.
You could pretend to know that guy.
No, I'm not a pretender. I'm terrible at that. We already figured that out in the bar. I do a 5 feet step inside.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I apologize about the interruption. But you, my friend, we have a few words to exchange.
And are you saying this in Kalashite?
I don't speak that. I speak it in common.
I guess I did the translation. It speaks like common.
My hand rests on my longsword.
Well, I guess
I don't have it drawn, but it's like, like in these Western duels where they have it like close to their colt, like that's where my hand is, next to the belt.
Like I'm next to him, I guess. Fuck, we can't. That's next to him. And I guess he said that in common. I mean.
So you just want to like yell over his shoulder and translate it for him?
I mean, we don't know that they don't speak common or anything yet, right? Or is it
how do they react? And
is it common for people not to speak common? Okay.
They look like they understood. They were following the gist of it, especially when you put your hand on the sword hilt. And the ball stands up.
If I sense that, I do the translation, like in a very polite way.
Yeah. If they're pretty low down on the social order, they'll understand enough common to get by, but it won't be very functional.
Yeah, I try to so that we don't fight or anything. So I try to ease them by being polite and doing the translating more politely than what Valerion said. Well, it was fine.
That's very diplomatic.
And so the bald one stands up in the back, and he has his hand on his. I gotta get this name down. The Jimbaya. And in Kalashite, he responds to you and goes, "What do you want? What are you coming in here for?"
We kind of lost the page with the notes that you wrote. Like, what was the name of the merchant?
It was Pashar.
Pashar.
Well, we were hired by a merchant named Pashar. He's missing some items, and, well, we have strong reason to believe that you and your man are responsible for the theft.
I do the translation.
Hello, my dear friend. We want to buy.
And then I said to Valerion, that's...
I'm sorry. I'm not one for lies and playing around.
Hang around is funnier, but we'll do it your way.
Okay. The bald man starts getting really angry, and he kind of nudges one of his companions, one beside him, and he starts standing up, and the other two stand up too. And he goes, "So, you're with Bashar then, huh?" Okay.
I ready my shield.
Well, we got hired by him. Doesn't mean we're gonna do what he asks.
Really? What are you implying then?
Well, he asked us to find out who stole his things, and maybe we're interested in the business here.
And he motions to the great big hulking paladin in the doorway and goes, "And he's with you?"
I don't understand anything.
The great big orc necromancer also steps into the doorway and says, "So am I." He doesn't say anything. He just makes an appearance.